Hello, good morning all and welcome to online class Kalyanika Kendriya Shiksha Niketan. Students, today we are going to start our new chapter from geography, that is air. As the name suggests, air means, what do you mean by air? Air means the blanket that surrounds us from all the sides. सपोज कीजिए कि अगर कोई ग्लास है उसमें पानी नहीं, लेकिन आप उसको क्या बोलोगे, खाली ग्लास है क्या? नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि उस ग्लास में क्या है? एक हवा, एयर है। जिस रूम में जहां हम बैठे हैं हमारे चारों तरफ क्या है? एयर इज ऑल अराउंड अस. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द चैप्टर. फर्स्ट वी विल टेक द हेडिंग एटमॉस्फेयर. What is atmosphere? We already discussed in the previous chapter. Means a huge blanket of air that surrounds Earth is called atmosphere. The huge blanket means of air which surrounds the Earth from all the sides is known as the atmosphere. Atmosphere provides us the air we breathe and protect us from the harmful effects of the sun rays, which is essential for our survival. If there is no atmosphere, then the sun rays will directly comes to us and they will harm very much. मीन्स अगर हमारे इसमें एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं होता तो जो सन रेज है वो इतनी हमें हार्म करती कि हमें स्किन जो है हमारी पूरी जल सकती थी, इतनी हार्मफुल हो सकती थी हमारे लिए. तो एटमॉस्फेयर क्या करता है? प्रोटेक्ट करता है, लेयर का काम करता है और प्रोटेक्शन अगेंस्ट द सन रेज. कंपोजिशन ऑफ द एटमॉस्फेयर. The next heading is composition. What are the gases that are present in the atmosphere? The main two gases are, number of gases are present in, but mainly two gases that are present in huge number in bulk, that is the nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen and oxygen are two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Means our atmosphere is mainly made by two very important gases, and that is the nitrogen and oxygen. Carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen are found in lesser quantities. Other gases are also present in our atmosphere, but they are found in lesser quantities. The next is, apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. Not only the gases, but very small dust particles are also there in air. Now we will discuss what is the percent of different gases that are present in our atmosphere and percentage of different constituents of air. Nitrogen 78%. This nitrogen gas is present. How much? 78%. Oxygen is 21%. Argon 0.93%. Carbon dioxide is 0.03, means 0.3%, and other gases that are different other gases, helium, like what are the other gases? Helium and argon, hydrogen. These gases are of 0.4%. Now we will discuss the gas which is in bulk, that is the nitrogen. So let's discuss about the nitrogen. Plants need nitrogen for their survival. They can't take nitrogen directly from the air. As we know, the nitrogen is mainly used by the plants, and the plants take nitrogen, but they does not take it directly. They have to take through bacteria that is present in the soil or through the roots of the plant. They can't take nitrogen directly from the air. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. Means bacteria that is present in the soil and the roots of the plant take the nitrogen. Plant do not take the air directly, and they convert it when they change its form. So this is about the nitrogen. So the next gas, that is the oxygen. As we talked about one, that is nitrogen and oxygen. We discussed earlier about nitrogen. The next is the oxygen. Humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. As we all know that we breathe in oxygen and breathe out the carbon dioxide. So human and animals, both of them breathe in means take oxygen for their survival. Green plants produce oxygen during the photosynthesis, which make oxygen content in the air remains constant, and green plants do the opposite. As we breathe in the oxygen and breathe out the carbon dioxide, but the green plants take carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So green plants produce oxygen during how they produce the oxygen? During the process of photosynthesis, means during the process in which they make their food. Green plants, they make their food with the help of sunlight, a green pigment called chlorophyll, the process which is known as the photosynthesis. During that time they release the oxygen. During that photosynthesis process they release the oxygen. And the next gas is the carbon dioxide. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. As I told you that green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and they release the oxygen during that process. And that process is known as the photosynthesis. The process of making food by the plants is known as photosynthesis. Humans or animals release carbon dioxide, which is equal to the amount used by the plants, which make the perfect balance. And humans and animals release the carbon dioxide. They breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, and it is in equal amount. Means equal balance is necessary. The carbon dioxide and oxygen. However, the balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil, which results in the increased volume of carbon dioxide that affect the earth, weather and climate. But nowadays, a huge amount of fuel like in our vehicles, coal and oil, these burning of these things are disturbing the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide, which affects our climate, which affects our weather. Means number of carbon dioxide, the number of gas carbon dioxide is increased in the atmosphere, which is disturbing